All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about harmless things and doing it in, I don't know, harmless time for a few harmless people, just like you and just like me. Thanks for finding me again here. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done that, it would be appreciated. Also, Patreon if you want to help the channel, buy me a coffee, YouTube memberships, and even super chats now available. So yeah, if you want to help, um, as I try to rebuild, it's a little discouraging, but I'm gonna keep going at least for the time being. So you know who's going on probably for a long time beyond their farewell tour? Foreigner. Okay. And here's another reason why Foreigner is probably not going to actually say farewell. That's my prediction. All right. I could be wrong. And when I make predictions, some people will get back to me and say, hey, you were right about that stuff that happened in 2020 and 2021. Uh, and it didn't really help you financially, did it? No, no, I should just go along, play along, but I'm just too stubborn. Let's talk about Foreigner, or as they say down south, Furner. I listen to Furner, and I like that song. I want to know what love is. It's a good song. Um, so they have now gone over 1 billion streams over on Spotify. Everyone has to be on Spotify. That's where I get my music from, Spotify. You know what's bad about Spotify is they don't have a lot of stuff over there. And when I say that, I mean there's a lot of more obscure albums that people are digging up from the past, and they're not over on Spotify. They tend to be more on YouTube, and sometimes they're just nowhere. But what you can do on YouTube is if you have the album, say you have the vinyl or something, you can upload it and then people can enjoy it. I've found lots of great music there that isn't on Spotify. Anyway, the timeless classic, which has been disputed by Lou Gramm, because not that he's disputed it's a classic, but he's had issues with it because it made the band too wimpy. Okay, I want to know what love is. Did people forget about "Fool for You" anyway? If you're a Foreigner fan, and you listen to their very first album, which is considered a classic. And I think it is. It's a classic album, but it had this kind of mellow track called Fool for You anyway. So I'm wondering this narrative about, oh, ballads, we shouldn't do ballads, and ballads are just making us only appeal to the chicks, and the chicks, even though they dig us and they bring their boyfriends, it's not a good strategy. It worked, okay? Lou Gramm, it worked. Mick Jones, genius, all right? Absolute genius. And pray for that guy's health. I've heard that things aren't going too well right now for Mick Jones, and hence he's been nowhere near the touring band that he once was the musical director for, and he would come out and play his guitar for a while, and uh, then he'd go back, and that would be it. And then he'd have other guys taking his guitar parts and performing them very well. I don't think Foreigner's going to go away, considering they're in a very small club, which has gone over 1 billion streams. That elite group includes the Beatles, the Stones, Queen, AC/DC, and Elton John, but very few others. Fleetwood Mac has 3 songs. The Eagles have 2. The Beatles only have 1. Pink Floyd, The Who, and Bob Dylan have yet to become members of the Billion Club over on Spotify. This achievement comes at the perfect time as Foreigner prepares to celebrate their 50th anniversary in 2026. See, they're not going away. After they tour this year, they've got to go out there for the 50th. And they've got Luis. Luis is their secret weapon when Kelly Hansen doesn't want to do this anymore. Uh, you got to go watch this radio station gig they did in Tampa. You can Google it. Foreigner Tampa radio station. 3 guys, including Luis Maldonado, who sings lead vocals, and they do a couple of Foreigner tracks, and they just kill it. I would rather see those guys than the current lineup, which is going to be touring at least through this year, from what I understand. Um, we're truly honored to be included in Spotify's Billions Club, said the song's writer and Foreigner founder Mick Jones. So Mick is talking, or at least issuing statements. That's good news. This achievement is a testament to the lasting power of I Want to Know What Love Is and the incredible support from our fans around the world. As we look ahead to our 50th anniversary, this is a reminder of how much our music has meant to so many people over the years. Originally released in 1984, the song is 41 years old. It became a defining anthem of the 80s rock era, but it's just too wimpy. It's just too wimpy, and it should have been, I don't know, should have not been included on that album, which was called Agent Provocateur. It climbed to number one on the Billboard Hot 100, earning multiple platinum certifications. The 1999 remastered version has resonated with both longtime fans and new listeners. Okay, I think the song was still doing well before the remastered version. They keep mentioning this like it's something that's really important to the song. Yeah, the remastered version is slated to come out next year for the 50th anniversary. They'll bring out. We found some remastered tapes, and we remastered those tapes, and now they're super remastered. So you need to purchase this new version, which is so much better. The compression that you're going to get on these remasters, quite honestly, sometimes ruins the original warmth. And I'm assuming I Want to Know What Love Is was recorded analog. I'm pretty sure it was. There were quite a few digital recordings popping up in the 1980s, but I think that one was analog. So, yeah, analog is always better than digital, in my humble opinion. But congratulations to Foreigner. And yeah, ballads are okay. You don't live on ballads alone, but you could if you had to. I mean, the chicks dig it, and you can hang out with your significant other and have, a very mellow and, maybe sentimental evening or day or drive through the countryside. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why people go back and, whether it's Styx or Foreigner or whoever, maybe this is too wimpy. David Foster talking about making Chicago too wimpy. Yeah, people were digging the wimpy, I mean, yeah, they love the old Chicago, but during the 80s, they wanted more ballads. Peter Cetera, sing us another ballad. You're the ballad man. All right. Getting a little goofy on this video. That's why you need to support the channel. Because you're not going to get this anywhere else, folks. Yeah. Please pray for all the families of those who lost loved ones in that horrific plane crash. That's been on my heart and on my mind, and that's a very serious issue. And we need to fix whatever is broken with air traffic control. We need to fix that. Yeah, right away. God bless, and I'll see you soon.